Hello everyone, welcome to Professional IAS. As you know that we have been doing current affairs series, so you can go to the playlist of the YouTube channel and there you will find 15 minutes 15 current affairs. That playlist will be there. Please go and watch the playlist and you will find last 3 to 4 months of current affairs. So all these current affairs are up to the level of UPSC. I have concised it and gave you very accurate, precise bullet points so that it is helpful even in the UPSC examination and also any other examination that has been conducted under the sky of India. So those students who are regularly watching and regularly doing their current affairs, please have a look, pause the video, have a look on the topics that I am going to discuss today. If you are aware of these topics, you can skip and do your preparation. If you are not aware of these topics, this is going to be your one of the fruitful session with respect to examination point of view. Anyhow, the UPSC examination to be held just 40 days after. So make sure that everything counts, and many of the current affairs have a background of what has happened previously also. So if you are watching the current affairs today, it does not mean that this particular current affairs may not be what asked in the examination because the time gap is very less. It is not like that. Okay, like Earth Day can be asked any time. Like you are having smart mission of Japan. It has been launched way back in January 2024, but still it has a news event today. So like that, many current affairs will be there which is like forwarding or continuously happening over a period of time, and that comes again and again in the newspaper. So even if you are watching the current affair before 15 days also, that will be fruitful. So after you are having exam like in just 15 days means you can stop your current affair preparation, but before that it is recommended you can watch the current affairs because some current affairs are continuously coming again and again. You will have an understanding of it also, new topics. So these are the topics that we are going to discuss. Let us start our lecture. Okay, so May Day. May Day is celebrated basically popularly as a Labor Day, and all the government institutions and the workers organizations and also the workers companies and factories will have a holiday on it. May Day is also called as Labor Day, basically a holiday. So why this particular Labor Day is celebrated? Basically what happened, if you are aware of this fact, labor revolution happened. Labor revolution is nothing but at the time of like 1800s, 1900s, okay, we are having this particular movement from the worker class, labor class in 19s. Whereas the Western European countries have seen this labor revolutions in the late 18th century and early 19th century also. So Russia, Italy, USA, all these countries, there are just like in India, landlords were there. In all these countries also, landlords were there. And they were the merchant class over there, and they were having the concentration of wealth with them and ownership of most of the resources of the country. And they are only few in number, few merchants, few elite class, few people who are merchants and landlords, and large population is actually working under them. And they are only holding the power, they are only holding the resources. So the discontentment among the labor class has arose, and ultimately these labor movements through that particular governments and through that particular people from the power and led to the emergence of socialistic economy, communist economics, so on and so forth, and principles of socialist pattern of society. To mark that achievement of labor movements, this day is celebrated. Okay. In India, May Day was first celebrated on May 1st, 1923 after the formation of Labour Kisan Party of Hindustan. It was initiated by Comrade Singarevelar, also called as Singarevelu Chettiar. He started the celebrations on May 1st, 1923 with the formation of Labour Kisan Party of Hindustan. This is all about Labor Day. Now Operation Indravati was launched recently in the April last week. Haiti is if you are not able to see, you can see in the Google, but I am trying to show you here. North America and South America, between some islands are there, some island countries are there. These part is called as what? Caribbean islands. This part is called as Caribbean islands. So in this Caribbean islands only, you are having one country called as Haiti, that is represented as green. In Haiti, what is happening? People just like you and me and making gangs and started what forcing people with the gun points. So everyone is having gun, complete social crisis is happening, extortion, kidnapping, murder. So there is nothing like government in Haiti at this point of time. The society has gone briskek, the society is uncontrollable, all the fringe elements, the violent elements has upset the society and tried to control the government and the resources of the Haiti country. So Indians are also working in Haiti. So in order to evacuate Indians from the Haiti, this particular Operation Indravati was launched. So Operation Indravati to evacuate our citizens from the Haiti, and we wanted to ship this our citizens from Haiti to what? The neighboring country Congo, Dominican Republic, not Congo, Dominican Republic. Now, International Conference on Disaster Resilience Infrastructure. It was held in New Delhi between 24 to 25 April 2024. It was an organization. It was organized by Coalition for Disaster Resilient Infrastructure, which was a program launched in the year 2019 by India. So this coalition has organized this particular Disaster Resilience Infrastructure Conference. The theme of this conference is investing today for a more resilient tomorrow. Means invest in disaster capacity building infrastructure, so that tomorrow if cyclone comes, tomorrow tsunami comes, tomorrow flood comes, okay, if tomorrow landslides comes, tomorrow climate change effect comes, we should be resilient, we should let it not impact us a lot. That is called as disaster resilient infrastructure. So invest means put money, give budget allocations for a more resilient future. Padma Awards, one of the highest civilian awards in the country, are conferred in 3 categories. Padma Vibhushan, the highest status for a normal civilian person like you and me, we will be only given this particular Padma Awards. In this, highest honor is Padma Vibhushan. After that, the second highest honor, Padma Bhushan and Padma Shri. The awards are announced every year on the Republic Day. The awards are given in various fields. This is a very important point, not specific fields, in various fields. Like if you have done a very good artwork, very good social work in the form of what cancer related work you have done, maybe cancer awareness programs you have conducted a lot in your life, forest protection, water conservation, any kind of environmental work, social work, public affairs, science and engineering, trade and industry, medicine, literature, education, sports, or as a very good IAS officer also. Okay, so this awards is given in various fields. Padma Shri is awarded for distinguished service in any field. So Padma Shri is the lowest honor given to civilians under the Padma Awards. A total of 132 Padma Awards has been conferred this year by the President Draupadi Murmuji at the Rashtrapati Bhavan. Okay, in that 5 the highest awards are given only to the 5. 17 are people got Padma Bhushan and around 110 people got Padma Shri. So you should know the 5 Padma Vibhushan awardees for sure, for your examination point of view. For Padma Bhushan, you can know whether your state any person has got or not. That state related specific data is enough for Padma Bhushan. Padma Shri also state related data only. Okay. So if you see Padma Vibhushan, Vaijayanti Bali, she got awarded in art, belong to Tamil Nadu. Sri Kondila Chiranjeevi and M. Venkaya Naidu, art and public affairs, Andhra Pradesh, belong to Andhra Pradesh. Sri Bindeshwar Pathak did a social work person from Bihar, and Padma Subramaniam again for art, Tamil Nadu. Very, very important. In which field is important and the person name is important. With regard to this, that is not important for the examination, but state specific you anyhow will know where they belong to. Then MDH and Everest, very, very important. The MDH masalas, Everest masalas that we use now, many of the countries have found very, very carcinogenic agent, nothing but cancer causing agent called as ethylene oxide. This particular MDH and Everest masalas are having chemical ethylene oxide which is harmful to us, which is cancer causing. So many countries are actually removing these products from their supermarkets. Authorities in Hong Kong and Singapore has already withdrawn 4 spice mixes from 2 of India's top manufacturer NDH and Everest after finding high content of ethylene oxide. Ethylene oxide, if you see, it's a pesticide. It means it is a chemical that kills what? Pest like cockroaches, etc. Has been classified as a group 1 carcinogen. Group 1 means very severe. This chemical may have the high ability to cause what? Cancer. That's why it's a group 1 chemical with regard to carcinogenic by the International Agency for Research on Cancer. It is a colorless, highly flammable and very reactive gas that kills bacteria, viruses and fungi that we are eating. Okay. It is used by spice industry as a fumigant to reduce microbial contamination. Viruses, bacteria, fungi should not attack the masalas. That's why ethylene oxide has been basically used. Okay. And to protect the spices from the attack of E. coli and Salmonella bacteria. The Food Safety and Standards Authority of India does not permit, actually our FSSAI does not permit the use of ethylene. They are talking about high concentration. We actually don't want ethylene oxide in any of our food products, but you just understand that how the here political and industry nexus is there. Okay, political and industry nexus, lot of corruption is happening, you can understand that. Why? Because MDH and Everest has been there for a long time in our lives, but still ethylene oxide component is there. FSSAI still did not approve it, but still this kind of masalas was being sold. So you just imagine that authorities are doing nothing. Okay. Smart lander for investigating moon. This is the first moon landing mission of Japan Aerospace Exploration Agency, short form JAXA, that land on the moon. Already landed on the moon in January 2024. When Japan did it, it became the 5th country to land on the moon after USA, Soviet Union, China and India. Only 4 countries landed on the moon. After that, Japan did it, becoming what? 5th country. The SLIM mission is called the Moon Sniper. Why? Because where they targeted on the moon, if they have targeted to land here, they'll land this particular mission 100 meters only away to the target. Means whatever the target site is there, very near it was Japan scientist was able to land this particular SLIM mission. Okay, this SLIM lunar. That's why it is called as Moon Sniper. Sniper is nothing but exact, accurate. So they did it very accurately, distance of target and the landing site is only 100 meters away. Okay, fine. Now we are having one important news. AAP MP Raghav Chadha undergoing vitrectomy. You might be aware of this fact that AAP MP Raghav Chadha, married to Pariniti Chopra, Bollywood actress, he is very famous with regard to his interviews. He is a very intellectual person also. A chartered accountant by profession, later on gave up it and joined the Aam Aadmi Party. And he is always there in the news with regard to various debates and he participates in that. Since the Lok Sabha election has been announced and since the time of the arrest of the Arvind Kejriwal, he has been not there on the TV, the media is not able to find him. So obviously where he went everybody knows, but at the time of elections where he has to be most important to make sure the party should win, he is not there. So a lot of people are actually speculating that he might have also done corruption, he might have also been, he might also get arrested, that's why he fled away. A lot of people are talking about all that, but there is no truth and evidential material is there with regard to that, nor government has ever told anything about Raghav Chadha. Later on we came to know that he was suffering from a disease called as a eye condition called as vitrectomy. What it is? Nothing but in vitrectomy, the eye will always have the behind the eye, the black and white area is there, in middle you will have what? Water like substances, water will be there, like gel like substances will be there. It is important to remove, otherwise it will lead to what? Blindness also. Okay. Vitrectomy is nothing but removing the gel like substance in between what? Black and white area of our eye. That is called as vitrectomy. So actually he was undergoing that one. Vitrectomy is a surgical procedure. Surgical means you have to open the eye that remove the vitreous humor. Nothing but a gel like substance that fills between the lens and the retina. Lens and the retina. So lens and retina, it is being filled in between. Okay, lens and retina, it is being filled here means obviously with the lens only we can see, you cannot see in future also if this condition is not sorted. This surgery is essential for treating a variety of eye conditions. Like any problem with retina, or if you are not having a clarity of vision, so the doctors will recommend you vitrectomy. Vitrectomy surgery is recommended for a range of serious eye conditions, particularly those that impair visions or threaten the health of retina. Retina or vision, if these two problems are there, the individual will be always suggested to go for what? Vitrectomy. Okay. One of the most common reason for this vitrectomy surgery is retinal detachment, a condition where retina separates from the back of eye, leading to potential blindness. Okay, leading to potential blindness. So if this particular gel is continuously there, what will happen? The lens and retina will get separated, then the person cannot see also. In some cases, the surgery may also be performed to remove a foreign substance which has gone into the eye, okay, and also used sometimes in cataract surgeries also. Now with regard to Asia's ranking with regard to higher education institution has come, the Indian Institute of Science is leading the way for Indian University as 32nd position. So in all Asian universities, Indian Institute of Science is at 34th position, 32nd position. Last year the same institute stood at 48th position, means we have little bit improved with regard to our education. The top 10 universities cover a wide range of subjects and exhibit different levels of development. This year 91 universities of India has been featured in the ranking, okay, from 75 in the previous year. So previous year 75 universities were there in the top 100, okay, in the total list of Asian universities. Now we are having 91, so we are doing good. As a result, India has overtaken China also as the second most represented country in the rankings. Most time which countries universities were taken means it is India. It was before China. Many of the China universities were there. Now many of the Indian universities are there in the rankings. So we have overtaken China. Asia's top 10 universities both belong to China. One is Tsinghua University, China, ranking 1. Peking University, China, ranking 2. Okay. Then what is Article 244A? In Assam, elections are going on. The phase of elections is there. So there the leaders are promising Article 244A will be implemented if they come to power. So when the leaders were actually promising this particular Article 2024 we will bring in, so we should know that what it is, what they are actually promising to the people of Assam. Let us know about it. Article 244A was inserted by the Constitution by 22nd Amendment Act in the year 1969 only. It is amended in the Constitution by 22nd Amendment Act. It enables Parliament to pass an act to form within the state of Assam an autonomous state comprising all or any of the tribal areas, including Karbi Anglong is one of the area. Nothing but with the help of this article, Government of India can create a separate government, you can say a mini government, with the help of this article in the state of Assam and the areas related to what? Tribal people. Okay. This autonomous state would have its own legislature or council of ministers or both. Okay. The state will itself become what? Autonomous. Okay. Means central government, anything they say or they don't say, it does not matter to them. This autonomous state in their legislature should pass such acts passed by the central government to get it implemented. So basically it is completely a different state itself, nothing but a small mini country within our country, you can say, in a very crude manner. Autonomous state. Obviously some principles, some important areas will be there with the central government like foreign affairs, like shipping, etc. But whatever is there apart from the important national security aspect, apart from that, everything can be done by this particular state. This provision is already a little bit ahead, giving protection to the tribal areas, giving safeguards to the tribal areas, giving special importance to the tribal areas with regard to its administration. Already it is given in 6th schedule. But Article 244A is step ahead of the 6th schedule. This give autonomy with regard to execution of powers. 6th schedule give autonomy with regard to execution of powers. Whereas this article will give the state itself autonomous. The autonomous councils under the 6th schedule has elected representatives for more decentralized governance of these tribal areas, but they have limited legislative powers and do not have control over law and order and have only limited financial powers. Okay, so these are the restrictions if they are given powers under 6th schedule. But if they are given the status of Article 244, they will become a autonomous state completely away from what? Central government. National Panchayati Raj Day is there. National Panchayati Raj Day is celebrated annually on April 24th. This year is the 31st anniversary. This point is not important, don't write it. The theme of this year is not given, not there. On April 24, 1993, on the same day and year, we got 73rd Constitutional Amendment Act that led to the construction of Panchayat Raj institution. It gave constitutional status to Panchayat Raj institutions, marking a significant moment in the history of decentralization of political power and promotion of grassroots level democracy. Right. Now a very important and very technical current affair you are having, GNSS, Global Navigation Satellite System. I will tell you one simple thing. If A want to reach B, tell me what information B should give to A. A want to come to B, B should give what information to A, so that A lands accurately at the place of B. Suppose I am there in Hyderabad, maybe you are there in what? Delhi. Okay, so I want to come there. What information you will give me? First of all, you have to give me direction. Sir, please come north. Right. After that, what you have to give me? Distance. If you don't give me distance, sir, north 50 kilometers, if you don't give me, I will go on, what? Walking, I will reach Antarctic also and Arctic also. Okay. Then you have to give direction and distance. Suppose I came with the same direction and distance, whatever you have given to me, but you are not there. You are at the 10th floor of your building. It means what? Your position is still, you have not given me one more dimension which you should give. Okay, you have given me what? 2 dimensions, direction and distance, but not given me another dimension. That's why I am not able to reach. You are at the 10th floor, but I am at the down. So you should also give me what? Height. But if you are at the basement, then you should give me what? Depth. Then only the accurate position of a particular person will be known. This navigation satellite system does the same thing. That is what it do. Generally speaking, you can see that the Swiggy Zomato people will come at the ground floor of our apartment. They cannot come to the 5th and 10th floor, because they will come and they will ask, sir, where are you? Why? Because the GPS map gives them only the 2 dimension, x and y axis only, but does not give height and depth. That's why they come and call us that which floor. That's why in the Swiggy and Zomato app there is a address mentioning places there where you will see, where you will write flat number 102, this apartment, 5th floor, like that you will write it, then he will get to know. If you don't write it, he will be standing at the down and you will be standing at the 10th floor. Right. So height and depth given is important. So global navigation satellite system is nothing but the same. It gives the required correct positioning services of a object. Its core constellation of satellites orbiting Earth. So orbiting Earth, with the help of the satellites only we will get the position. Continuously beaming radio signals containing precise time and orbital information. Precise time and orbital information. So the GPS is precise time. Okay, by 8 minutes you will reach. Okay, you will reach in 2 kilometers, 1.8 kilometers left, 3 minutes. So time and distance is given to you. Time and distance is given to you continuously. Okay, with the help of precise, that 2 word precise. And that is also that cannot be possible without the help of orbital information. Our Earth will orbit 15 degrees 1 hour. So by taking the orbital information, the GPS is working and giving us what? Precise, minute distance information also. Okay, to know a particular position of your object on your smartphones also, when you want to use it, minimum 4 satellites are required. Okay, I will tell you what it is there. Okay, you can study in the PDF. First satellite is important. Okay, the country has to put first satellite. The moment the country puts the first satellite, all the people who are having the smartphone will get, the satellite will get to know that where you are. Like I stay in Hyderabad. Okay, I stay in Hyderabad, I stay in Sheikhpet. These are the 2 areas. So first of all, if you put the country put a one satellite, they can give the position, they can give the place where the individual is living. That's all, but not the exact location. Okay, that is a first satellite can do. Okay. Now, if you see the second satellite, if you add a second satellite, okay, you will get what? 2D coordinates. You will get what? 2D. If you add the one satellite, you can cover 35% of the earth. One satellite can cover 35% of the earth. So where the population is there, where the people is there, easily we can get to know about it. Okay. But it is not helpful, not very helpful. Why? Because only you will know that where I am, but not the exact location. Add another satellite and you are now at one of the two intersection points between their respective surface areas. Okay. Means the moment another satellite you add, okay, they will show that, okay, this particular person is here. This point to this point, he is somewhere here. Otherwise, this much big area is there, it will only give, if you add only one satellite, if you put one satellite, you will get only the position. Here this particular person is there, maybe in this place. But if you add another satellite, they will give the range. Okay, you are in this particular area. Two intersection points will be given. If you add another third satellites give you precise 2D coordinates. 2D coordinate is nothing but where you are actually located. Latitude and longitude, it will give you what? Precise place, that how you see in GPS. If you add the fourth satellite, automatically you will, okay, the trigonometry of location is done. Exactly, fourth satellite will give you which height you are, which depth you are. That is what I am talking about. Height and depth also will give, then you will get what? Accuracy, exact accuracy. And after four satellite, you add and add and add, the more precise locations and the more faster you can do. Plus, you put more satellites, then you can cover the total world also. Okay, for missile and for defense system, all these satellites, like one satellite cover 35 surface area and 30% of surface area, you require around 5 satellites. Okay, 5 satellites are important to cover the total globe. It is important. If you want to hit USA, then you need to know how the missile is going, because your satellite, one satellite above the India will cover only, above the earth surface will cover India only for 35% of area of earth surface for India. But if you want to hit USA, we should also know that where our missile is going. So that is the reason you need to have what? Minimum 5 satellites. The minimum 4, 35, minimum 4 satellites you need to have for more accuracy. 4 satellites, again every satellite will have what? 3 more. Why? Because 1 satellite, 2 satellite, 3 satellite, 4. So minimum 4 satellites for complete 35% of area, you can know the exact position of the object. But if you want to cover the total globe, minimum 4 important constellation you have to launch, nothing but 24 minimum satellites you should have. Remember this point. Okay, you can start from having what? The total globe you can cover at 18 to 20 as given in the here. But the more you are having, the more better it is with regard to accuracy. So, with regard to global navigation system, already US is having GPS. Europe uses their own Galileo. Russia's GPS is called as GLONASS. China's GPS is called as BeiDou. Along with that, some small US and Europe, Russia, China, they cover all the earth. But there are some regional players are there which covers only some part of the earth surface, in which India is there. India's NAVIC and Japan's QZSS. These satellites, this navigation system of India and Japan cover only some part of the earth surface, not the whole of the earth. Okay. Now GNSS satellites reside in the medium range earth orbit up to 2000. If this is earth, up to 2000 kilometers, this particular satellites will be launched. Okay. And they circle the complete globe 12 hours. One means they run faster. We have a day and night for 24, but they do in 12 hours complete circle. Means in a day they do 2 circles. The full constellation, minimum 24 satellites you should have to know that 24/7 coverage of your earth surface and where the person is there, object is there. If you want to locate that, then minimum 24 satellites you have to launch. Okay. GPS, GNSS, what is the difference? Generally we will come across GPS only. That is how we generally relate in our day-to-day life. Okay. But there is an important distinction between GPS and GNSS. GPS is a smaller concept, GNSS is an overarching concept, a big concept. GPS is only knowing the position of the object of some particular area. But GNSS is what? Complete global positioning availability when you have, no, then it is called as GNSS. India's GPS is NAVIC, but NAVIC covers only some area. So we are also calling it as GPS. So GPS is a small part. When one GPS, 2 GPS, like that, 4 or 5 important constellation, 4 or 5 group of satellites if we launch, then it become what? GNSS, global. We are not global yet. Then what is the difference between GNSS and NAVIC? Among the regional GNSS players, India's NAVIC is also there. It is developed by ISRO. NAVIC at this point of time consists of 8 satellites, and 8 satellites will cover 1500 kilometers. Okay, this is India, means 1500 kilometers across the India, including India, and 1500 kilometers. The NAVIC, the 8 satellites will give the positioning objects. Okay, our NAVIC is more accurate because if I am here, no, NAVIC will give me, if I am here, NAVIC will show me the position of what? Okay, you are there, I am here, 3 meters distance. NAVIC will be so accurate that from you to me it will be only 3 meters distance, whereas USA GPS will give you what? 5 meter distance. So our is more accurate with regard to positioning. Between the two objects, the distance between two objects with regard to NAVIC will be only 3 meters, we can easily see. Whereas with regard to GPS and a person, the distance will be 5 meters. So we are more accurate. Okay. While other major GNSS constellation offer truly global coverage, NAVIC is currently focused on servicing our country only, our subcontinent only. Till now, NAVIC is being used, vehicle tracking, emergency alerts, natural disasters, for fishermen, NAVIC is being used. Still, we have not downloaded NAVIC app in our mobile phone. Swiggy, Zomatos are not using the NAVIC because it means what? For civilian use, still NAVIC has not been given to us. But for commercial use, for the adventure, for tracking, etc., NAVIC is being used by the people. Okay. India successfully tests smart anti-submarine missile. Okay. When the rocket is above the land surface, we call it as missile. When the missile is inside the water, we call it as torpedo. Inside missile, water, torpedo. Out, the missile is outside means missile we say. Remember this point. Defense Research Development Organization DRDO successfully has tested supersonic, means above 3 Mach speed missile assisted release of torpedo from Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam. For GK it is important. Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam before used to be called as Wheeler Island. Okay, located in Odisha. There we have tested, means we can launch a torpedo and we can hit what? Pakistan or Sri Lanka, any submarines we can set inside the ocean. SMART is a next generation missile base. It is a lightweight torpedo, not much weight, delivery system which is built to enhance the anti-submarine capabilities to fight the submarines under the ocean. This SMART is one of the addition of capacities in our arsenal. Okay, lightweight torpedo. This is a canister based missile system, consists of several advanced subsystems. Okay, and it is completely solid propulsion, means the fuel that we are using under this torpedo is completely solid, just like in Diwali the crackers will have this solid ammunition. No, in the same way this particular missile will have completely solid stage. Okay, and canister based means with the help of a support. Okay, tug it will, that is called as canister. SMART carries advanced lightweight torpedo as payload along with parachute based release system. Okay, means it will be launched like this. If there is a submarine there, with the help of parachute it will come down exact location of the submarine and there it will launch the torpedo to hit the submarine. Okay, so it carries payload, lightweight torpedo. The missile itself is a lightweight, carry payload with the help of parachute. Okay, it will shoot the submarine after dropping it. Goldman Sachs report has come, very important. Sachs has praised India with regard to the service sector. Okay, global centers. Okay, growth of global commercial centers we are having. So you can see here, India's service exports grew to nearly 340 billion in 2023 at a compound average growth rate of around 11% from 2005. Okay, so from 2005 we were like compound annual growth rate of was around 11% and our services exports have grew by 340 billion. From 2005 onwards, continuously we are marking 11% growth rate, 11% growth rate. Okay. As a result, India's share in global service exports rose from 2% in 2005 to 4.6% in 2023. While India's share in goods export, total exports means both goods and services, but if you talk about only goods exports, it increased from 1% in 2005 to 1.8% in 2023. So we have increased our service exports. Okay, according to the Goldman Sachs report also, computer services remain the dominant. IT services are mostly exported from our country, accounting for half of the India's service exports, like health exports, like education exports are also there with regard to like chartered accountants are there working for other countries. Okay, all these are less in number. IT related services are constituting half of the total global service exports. Professional consulting exports have been the fastest growing sector. Professional consulting means if somebody wants to open a business in Indonesia, consulting India. Somebody wants to open a business in USA, consulting India. So professional services are also fastest growing from India. Okay. So if you see growing footprints of GCC, global centers. Okay. Commercial number of GCCs you see has increased twofold. Like in financial year 2010 we have only 700. Okay, global hubs are nothing but, global centers are nothing but this one, IT hubs. Okay, IT service based hubs. Like we are having one in Delhi, Ahmedabad, Mumbai, Pune, and we are also having Hyderabad. Bangalore is the city which is having highest number of global centers. Okay. So number of, if you see the revenue is like black color, revenue increased, 46 billion revenues these centers are giving. Number of employees has also increased, 1.7 million. So almost around IT, in IT hubs, the number of people working in IT is 1.7 million. Nothing but 1.7 million is nothing but 1 million is 10 lakhs, and again you add 7 is nothing but you are having almost like 10 lakh 17,000, 70,000 people are working in IT industry. Intergovernmental Negotiating Committee on Plastics held in April 23. So here India said that we will, this is a consensus to be built in order to ban plastic, that's all. It's intergovernmental is nothing but India, other countries sitting together and trying to find a way, can we ban the plastics or not? So India is having an objection. India says that we will not pass any act, any of the provisions of the treaty or draft, whatever you have written, until unless there is no full consensus is not there. India says that it has to be supported by minimum 2/3 of the majority, then only we can have this particular treaty to come into force. The Intergovernmental Negotiating Committee 4 meeting, which aims to advance, means to take forward the negotiations that can finalize the text of instruments at its 5th session in November, which is going to be held in April 29. Means this year November, we will have another meeting of this particular countries to again write the provisions with regard to plastic ban. INC 5 to be held in Busan, South Korea from November 25 in last second month of this year is intended as an end of INC process and will be followed by a diplomatic conference where heads of the states will sign the agreement. The United Nations Environment Program has said to protect the environment, plastic is there. So UNEP will come into existence. Okay, single-use plastics already India banned in July 2022. Some of the provisions India is not liking is about the wording. Some words are used in the instrument, in the guidelines, whatever the draft they have made, some words India is not happy with it because having vague meaning. Okay, that has neither been defined, some words have neither been defined properly, nor we can fully agree to it. Okay, including vital terms like life cycle approach means what? They did not define it. Problematic plastic means which plastic to be considered problematic plastic, that is also not defined. So India is having some problems with regard to the words. India is saying that let us change the words and let us properly define, because it is a legally binding. When it is legally binding, the country should follow it, otherwise repercussions will be there. The report also highlighted that India, Russia, USA and China in certain cases are not agreeable to reduce primary plastic polymer production. Primary plastic is nothing but the plastic that we use in our daily life. Okay, so India, China, USA is not agreeing that complete ban on what? Primary plastic production, because it is a common important carry bag, you can say, for a lot of people. That is why. So there are some problems are there with regard to plastic ban treaty to come into force. India is looking into it very properly. Chandrayaan 3, ISRO launched a Chandrayaan 3 mission with a lunar lander module Vikram and rover. Okay, generally missions, this is moon, no? One mission will be orbiter mission, just only orbiting the moon. Another mission will be orbiter plus it will land. Another mission will be orbiter, lander and rover. So our complete mission is Chandrayaan 3. The lander is called as what? Vikram. The rover is called as what? The rover is called as Pragyan. So our Chandrayaan 3 was a orbiter, lander and rover mission. And Chandrayaan 4 will also be the same. Already we have launched our Chandrayaan 3 July 14, 2023 and it within 1 month only it entered into the space of what? Moon and also landed. We have seen that. India created history on August 2023 by successfully landing the lander on the moon south pole. In southern side of the moon we have landed our Chandrayaan 3, becoming the first country to do so because no other country has gone to the south pole of the moon. We are the first country to go to the south pole of the country. Not only go, we have landed there. Our similar to Chandrayaan, okay, this is not Chandrayaan 2 was only orbiter mission, right? So this is don't read it, this is not important. It's a wrong statement also. Now, eggshell skull. Eggshell skull, I will tell you orally, whatever is there, you can study that, okay, from the PDF. Already a short has also been created on the eggshell skull, okay, rule. Recently, Supreme Court has announced one principle called as eggshell skull rule. What is this? Suppose person A is there, person B is there. Person B, A is driving a car and he hit the person B and he got what? Injured. Okay. Obviously, when they go to the court, court will say to the person A, please pay him compensation. Please pay him compensation. But let us suppose what is the eggshell skull principle is. Suppose this person is already having a leg injury. Again, with already having a existing leg injury, the person A's car has hit on the same leg and the injury aggravated. Now, in this case, the person who has already got a leg injury, okay, again was crashed by a car and the injury got severed, does he can ask the more compensation? Yes, according to the eggshell skull rule, the person who is already having a existing injury and if on the same area if he gets hits because of any reason can demand higher compensation. That is only called as eggshell skull rule. Okay. One-liner, Potato Research Center to come up in Agra. Choba Devi has become women's football team coach of India. Salman Rushdie has written a book called as Knife Meditation after an attempted murder. Naima Khatun, she has been appointed as a first woman Vice Chancellor of Aligarh Muslim University. Ministry of Culture in association with the non-profit organization Heartfulness hosted a 4-day global spirituality Mahotsav at Hyderabad. Very important for Hyderabad people who are writing the exam. The first international rainbow tourism conference was organized by Mayako Pahichan, Nepal, a non-governmental organization in Kathmandu, Nepal. The conference main objective was to position Nepal as a LGBT friendly tourist destination. Okay, so the conference basically promoted if any LGBT people are there, they can happily come to our Nepal. We will not, okay, see you in a very unbiased, we will not see you in a biased manner. We will treat you respectfully, we will treat you very, very unbiasedly. Please, you can come and you can be a part of Nepal tourism. This is all about the current affairs. This time I have done little bit late to upload it, but next time it will not happen because I was not well. So from next time you will get the current affairs in 3 to 4 days. Bye bye, take care.